Hey everyone, welcome back to Rotten Egg Stories, where we dive into real-life confessions from Reddit, explore the wisdom of the comments, and share empowering perspectives to help you navigate life's toughest challenges. Today's story is one that hits home for many. It's about relationships, fairness, and self-respect. It's the kind of situation that makes you stop and ask, am I being valued for who I am? This story comes from a 28-year-old woman trying to figure out how to explain to her boyfriend why it's not fair for her to do all the housework when they both work full-time. Let's dive into her post and unpack this together.
My 29-year boyfriend wants me, 28F, to do housewife duties when we both work full-time. How do I explain why this isn't fair? We are not engaged yet, and no kids. He makes triple what I make in income, so he decided he would pay the total rent and I would cover utilities, groceries. We both work full-time. He sometimes works some overtime, but I still work 40 hours a week. He thinks because he pays all of rent that I have to do all the cleaning in the house, including picking up his messes, because it's your job as a woman to be proud of a clean house. So when I get home from work or have a day off, he expects me to do all the cleaning, where when he comes home, he can sit and watch TV. I can't afford to go 50-50 on rent with my current income, and he doesn't want to do income-based bills. But I really don't think it's fair even if he pays the rent, because I feel we both deserve rest time and free time, and I'm not a maid. But when I try to bring it up, he says, then we can just go 50-50. I'd have to find a second job to afford that.
Okay, first of all, wow, this is a tough one. There's a lot to unpack here. Fairness, respect, and some pretty outdated ideas about gender roles. But before I dive into my thoughts, let's hear what the Reddit community had to say, because these comments, chef's kiss. They didn't hold back. Fragrant Duty 9015 says,
So it sucks to find out you're incompatible after moving in together, but at least you're not married with kids. You can move back out. You're right that it's not fair, but don't waste your time explaining the basics of fairness to a grown man. He's not a time traveler from the 19th century. He's aware of how modern relationships work. He just doesn't want one. You could tell him that if he wants a trade wife, you'll quit your job, but I don't think you'd be happy with that life either.
this comment is brutal. But it's also so true. Let's be real. Fairness isn't rocket science. If he's acting like equality is some foreign concept, it's not because he doesn't know better. It's because he's choosing not to care. And honestly, do you want to waste your time explaining basic respect to someone who doesn't even want to try? What's for dinner for chimes in.
Have you considered telling him to f*** off?
All right, this one made me laugh. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the best. Sure, it's blunt, but it cuts right to the heart of the issue. When someone treats you like a maid instead of a partner, maybe the most empowering thing you can do is walk away and let them clean up their own mess, figuratively and literally. Lastly, Floppy Bunny 86 says,
Early 30s. How do I explain why this isn't fair? You don't need to. He knows it isn't. He just doesn't give a flying fuck. He thinks housework is beneath him, but that it isn't beneath you. Basically, he doesn't respect or value you. Time to get out.
Oof, this one hits hard. Respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship. And if he doesn't respect your time or effort now, what makes you think he'll start later? This isn't about housework. It's about how he views you as a person. And if he doesn't see you as an equal, what kind of future are you building together? Here's the thing. Relationships are about partnership, not servitude. When two people come together, it's supposed to be about teamwork. Building a life where both of you feel supported, valued, and heard. It doesn't matter who makes more money, who pays what, or who works longer hours. Both partners deserve respect, rest, and a fair balance of responsibilities. Love isn't a transaction, where one person's paycheck buys out the other's freedom. Love is about lifting each other up, not weighing one person down with outdated expectations or double standards. It's important to recognize when dynamics in a relationship stop being about fairness and start becoming about control. If your partner is making demands that diminish your dignity, Or if they expect you to shoulder the burden simply because of traditional roles they've chosen for you, that's a problem. True partnership means understanding that both of you bring something valuable to the table, whether it's financial, emotional, or simply showing up every day to support each other. You don't need to prove your worth by sacrificing your peace or overcompensating for their expectations. Your value doesn't come from how much you clean, how much you earn, or how much you give. A healthy relationship is one where the work, both in and out of the home, is shared. A true partner will want to carry the load with you, not pile it all on your shoulders. They'll see the value in your time, your rest, and your happiness, just as much as their own. They'll respect you enough to meet you halfway, without you having to beg or explain why you deserve it. And if your partner isn't willing to listen or grow, I want you to know this. It's okay to walk away. Leaving isn't a failure. It's a declaration of self-worth. It means you've recognized that your peace and your happiness are non-negotiable. It means you've chosen a future where you're not constantly fighting to be seen and valued, but instead building a life where those things come naturally. That's not giving up. That's strength. And I know it takes courage to choose yourself, but it's a choice that will always lead to a better path. You deserve someone who doesn't just share the good times with you, but also understands that fairness, mutual effort, and respect are the foundation of a lasting relationship. Someone who wants to grow with you, not hold you back. Don't ever settle for less than that. You are worth so much more than someone who sees you as a convenience or an expectation. So if you're watching this and you're in a situation that feels similar, I want to remind you, you are not alone. So many people face these challenges, and it's okay to feel confused, hurt, or even scared about what's next. But take it one step at a time. Stand firm in what you know you deserve, and don't let anyone diminish your value. There's strength in saying, I deserve better. And there's so much power in acting on it. I believe in your ability to choose yourself and create a life filled with love, respect, and fairness, because that's what you truly deserve. Thank you so much for joining me today. Stories like this remind us to reflect on what we deserve in our relationships and to stand firm in our self-worth. If this story resonated with you, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts or experiences. And remember, you deserve a love that lifts you up, respects you, and values everything you bring to the table. Don't settle for anything less. Until next time, take care of yourselves and those you love. Like, comment, and subscribe for more empowering insights and heartfelt stories. See you soon.